Good afternoon students. Welcome you to 10th standard English class. In today's video we are going to see Unit 5 supplementary lesson A Day in 2889 of an American journalist written by Jules Verne. First we'll see about the author Jules Verne. Jules Verne, his period is from 1828 to 1905. Was a French poet, playwright and novelist, but he earns his place on this list of great writers because of his futuristic adventure novels. He has been called the father of science fiction and has had an incalculable influence on the development of science fiction writing. More interesting, perhaps, is his place as a prophet or predictor of technology which wasn't to be invented until long after his death. He put a man on the moon, including its launch from a Florida launch pad to its splashdown in the Pacific. In 1863, he predicted the Internet. Paris in the 20th century, that is in the year 1863, depicts the details of modern life: skyscrapers, televisions, computers and a culture preoccupied with the Internet. We'll see what is the meaning for fiction, that is literature describing imaginary events and people, or something that is invented and not true. So far we have seen about the author. Now we will see the gist of the story now. A Day in 2889 of an American journalist. We'll see the setting place now, that is 29th century, 2889, 25th July, and it takes place in the office block of Earth Herald, the world's largest newspaper. We'll see the characters. Francis Bennett, the managing editor of Earth Herald, then Mrs. Bennett, reporter, Cash Corley, young fellow, second inventor or a scientist. These are all some of the important characters in this story. Here, the people of the 29th century live in a perpetual fairyland, though they do not seem to realize wonders. They are cold towards everything that progress brings them every day. Then, the people of the 29th century compare it with the past. Then they would appreciate and realize what a road they have traversed. We'll see the introduction now. A Day in 2889 of an American journalist written by Jules Verne. This story speaks about the people of the 29th century who live in fairyland. Surfeited as they are with marvel, they are indifferent to the presence of each new marvel. To them all seemed natural. Surfeit means an amount that is more than is needed or wanted. We'll see the story in detail now. First paragraph. The year is 2889, the date 25th July, and the place is the office block of the managing editor of the Earth Herald, the world's largest newspaper. In this futuristic story, written in 1889, the writer describes how he visualizes the world 1,000 years later, a world of technological advancements where newspapers are not printed but spoken. We'll see the explanation for this paragraph now. So the story speaks about the people of the 29th century who lived in a perpetual fairyland, though they do not seem to realize it. In this futuristic story, written in 1889, the writer describes how he visualizes the world 1,000 years later, a world of technological advancements. The year is 2889, the date is 25th July, and the place is the office block of the managing editor of the Earth Herald, the world's largest newspaper, which is not printed but spoken. Next paragraph. Read the following excerpt for a glimpse of this future world. That morning, Francis Bennett awoke in rather a bad temper. This was 8 days since his wife had been in France and he was feeling a little lonely. As soon as he awoke, Francis Bennett switched on his phonotelephone whose wires led to the house he owned in the Champs-Élysées. So first we'll see the meaning. Except means a short extract from a film or a writing. Next word is phonotelephone. That means the meaning for that is a means of transmitting and receiving both voice and picture for a personal conversation. Next one is Champs-Élysées. That is, it is a name of a prestigious avenue. Avenue means a street in Paris, famous for the cafes, cinemas and shops. Let's see the explanation. First we'll see what is phonotelephone. That is, it is another great triumph of science. The transmission of speech by the electric current was very old. The transmission of images along with audio. This helped to have a live video call with our dear ones. So, on 25th July morning in the year 2889, Franz Bennett was in bad temper and switched on his phonotelephone. His wife went to France 8 days ago. He was feeling lonely. He saw his wife appear in the telephotic mirror. It is a valuable invention indeed, and Mr. Francis Bennett by this aid was able to see his wife who is in Paris, notwithstanding the distance that separated her from him. The telephone, completed by the telephone, is another of our time's conquest. Though the transmission of speech by the electric current was already very old, it was only since yesterday that vision could also be transmitted. A valuable discovery, and Francis Bennett was by no means the only one to bless its inventor when, in spite of the enormous distance between them, he saw his wife appears in the telephotic mirror. Francis, dear Francis. So here, through this phonotelephone, this Francis Bennett was able to see his wife. The delightful vision gave him a happy turn to Mr. Francis Bennett's thoughts. So using this phonotelephone, he was able to converse with his wife. Next paragraph. His name spoken by that sweet voice gave a happier turn to Francis Bennett's mood. He quickly jumped out of bed and went into his mechanized dressing room. 2 minutes later, without needing the help of a valet, the machine deposited. Here we'll see the meaning for valet. Valet means a man's personal male attendant who is responsible for his clothes and appearance. When his name was spoken by that sweet voice, he quickly jumped out of bed and went into his mechanized room where the machine washed, shaved, dressed and buttoned from top to toe. The machine deposited him washed, shaved, shod, dressed and buttoned from top to toe on the threshold of his office. The day's work was going to begin. Next paragraph. Francis Bennett went on into the reporter's room. His 1500 reporters, placed before an equal number of telephones, were passing on to subscribers the news which had come in during the night from the 4 quarters of the earth. In addition to his telephone, each reporter has in front of him a series of commutators which allow them to get into communication with this or that telephotic lines. First we'll see the meaning for commutators. Commutator means a series of reporters on communication. So here it tells about that the mechanical dresser machine deposited him all dressed at the threshold of his office, and the round of journalistic work was now begun. And we'll see the explanation for the next paragraph. When Francis Bennett went into the reporter's room, his 1500 reporters were passing on to subscribe the news which had come during that night. In addition to the telephone. Each reporter had a series of commutations. So here we'll see the meaning for 4 quarters of the earth, that is the news from all over the earth. Thus, the subscribers have not only the story but the sigh of these events. Francis Bennett questioned one of the 10 astronomical reporters, a service which was growing because of the recent discoveries in the stellar world. Well, Cash, what have you got? Photo telegram from Mercury, Venus and Mars, sir. So here he is having a discussion with his reporters, and here we'll see what's the meaning for photo telegrams. Photo telegram means a telegraphic transmission including the images. Here it tells about the recent discoveries, and Francis Bennett questioned one of the 10 astronomical reporters about the recent discoveries in the stellar world. He said they had got photo telegrams from Mercury and they had not received anything from other planets. Bennett was curious about astronomical reporting because it is a service which was growing due to recent discoveries in the stellar world. Interesting, and Jupiter. Nothing so far we haven't been able to understand the signals the Jovians make. Perhaps ours haven't reached them. Aren't you getting some result from the moon at any rate? Not yet, Mr. Bennett. Well, this time you can't blame optical science. The moon is 600 times nearer than Mars, and yet our correspondence service is in regular operation with Mars. It can't be telescopes we need. So here we'll see the what is the message given by this writer. So here Jovian means inhabitants of Jupiter planet. So he is just discussing about the other planets also, like Mars and Jupiter, and here they are telling that it can't be telescopes that we need, but it is that since they cannot blame the optical sciences, and they are telling that about the moon. The moon is 600 times nearer than Mars. No, it's the inhabitants, Corley replied. You dare tell me that the moon is uninhabited? On the face, it turns towards us at any rate, Mr. Bennett. Who knows whether on the other side? Well, there's a very simple method of finding out. We'll see the meaning for inhabitants, that is animals or people living in that place. So here one of the reporter, so Corley tells that is there are no inhabitants in the moon. Then he is telling who knows whether on the other side, that is what the meaning means on the other side anyone can live. So here Bennett is discussing to the remaining reporters in that room. Next paragraph, and that is to turn the moon round. And that very day the scientists of the Bennett factory started working out some mechanical means of turning our satellite right round. On the whole, Francis Bennett had reason to be satisfied. One of the Earth Herald's astronomers had just determined the elements of the new planet Gandhini. It is at a distance of 12,841,348,284,632 such a long meters and 7 decimeters that this planet describes its orbit round the sun in 572 years, 194 days, 12 hours, 43 minutes, 9.8 seconds. Francis Bennett was delighted with such precision. Here, precision means quality of being exact or accurate. So here we'll see the explanation for this paragraph now. Here it tells about a new planet, Gandhini. One of the Earth Herald's astronomers had just determined the elements of the new planet Gandhini, and they are telling about the distance and the circumference of the planet. Its orbit around the sun takes 572 years, 194 days, 12 hours, 43 minutes, 9.8 seconds. Francis Bennett was delighted with such precision. The next room was set aside for publicity. Good, he exclaimed. Hurry up and tell the reportage service about it. You know what a passion the public has for these astronomical questions. I'm anxious for the news to appear in today's issue. So we will see here. Here Bennett tells that he was very curious about the astronomy because that heralds astronomers were making stunning discoveries and inventions about new planet, distances and intricate delights with greater precisions. Students, hope you have understood the first part of the story. Go through the lesson once again, that is given in your PDF, and we'll see the remaining part in the next video lesson. Hope you have understood. Thank you, students. May God bless you.